Didn't you always want to see mountains from above? Let's do it together today and fly over Alps. We will be taking LOT Polish Airlines flight from Milan Malpensa to Warsaw, Japan, aboard Embraer E195. LOT is a very solid choice for me. It has a new fleet, is a long-time member of Star Alliance, and even participates in Lufthansa's Miles and More. Still, I see it somehow being more friendly than many other European airlines, like allowing a decent-sized cabin luggage on board, serving some simple but actually nice pastry, and of course offering teas and coffees. LOT extended their network a lot in the last decade, making it actually a very competitive alternative vis-à-vis traditional big-name European airlines. It's heavy overcast in Milan today, which is very typical for winter here, so the view is not very colorful and we quickly get into the clouds. Milan is less than 100 kilometers away from Alps, so on a good day you get a beautiful view of mountains almost immediately after takeoff. And if you are flying west and you are lucky, you might actually get a sight of Mont Blanc and Matterhorn. But we are flying east today, so our target are Dolomites and then Austrian Alps in Tyrol. Luckily, clouds are not very thick, we quickly get above and finally the blue sky comes through. The clouds slowly get thinner and the mountains get higher, so the view is getting more fascinating every minute. The snow-covered peaks are all over the place, and you could also see the valley squeezed between them. We are actually flying almost right over the site of 2026 Winter Olympics. Most of indoor disciplines will be taking place in Milan, while all the outdoors events will be in and around Cortina d'Ampezzo, a fancy Italian ski resort in Dolomites. This coming Olympic there should be also several new events, the most mysterious for me being ski mountaineering. It's a new sport where you first need to climb the mountain, either on skis or putting those skis behind your back, and then running and climbing on your feet. And once you reach the top, then you put the skis on again and descend. It's less than a year, but some facilities are not yet finished, with rumors that there are backup plans to hold events in US if construction is delayed. Let's hope it will work though. I wonder if you could see Olympic crowds from the sky next year. Not sure, but that would be really cool. We are over Dolomites and into Austria, flying over a bunch of skiing resorts somewhere down there. We are more or less crossing Alps from southwest to northeast and can enjoy those views for at least half an hour of the flight. Slowly, Alps give way to fields, and somewhere between Austria and Czech Republic, I can see that those fields start to be covered with snow. It's a reminder that it's still winter. And of course, it's a bit ironic that while many alpine resorts below 2000 meters are struggling with snow, you seem to have plenty of it right at those fields at the sea level. Getting closer to Warsaw and starting to descend. While not Frankfurt or London, it's a fairly big airport and surprisingly, it's very closely and conveniently located to the city. Usually it takes just 20-30 minutes during the day to get to the city center. There is Bolt and Uber operating there, and unlike some other airports, they are not pushed to some faraway parking lot. You can take the ride just outside of the arrivals area. With all that competition, the taxi fare from airport to city is amazingly just 10 to 12 euros. Compare it with 150 euros to get to Malpensa from Milan, and you start to understand that there is something wrong with taxi prices in Italy. It was a smooth flight altogether, and we touched down at Warsaw. Good service by LOT. You don't expect much these days from European short haul, but everything was smooth and on time, so nothing to complain about. And of course the alpine views are making all the difference, somehow making up for a lack of any kind of in-flight entertainment on board of that otherwise very fine Embraer.
Aby zarezerwować kolejną podróż lotem, zachęcam miłego i spokojnej dalszej podróży. Mamy polskie linie lotnicze LOT. Check that you have taken all your hand luggage and personal belongings with you, especially from the seat pockets to